What's the deal here? Why?
Hello. I just came from next door with a fart toy. You probably heard me.
So that was my performance of Shaboom by the Crew Cuts. Okay, close your eyes. 1, 2, we'll count to 30. 3. We are on the way to night 4 of the Haunt Me week-long travel extravaganza.
I'm excited for this investigation. I think the adrenaline will kick in once we've got lights out and we're there.
Yeah, it's got a lot of claims, and we've really never pushed ourselves this hard either. So I'd like to see how we do as investigators, you know, under extreme circumstances of no sleep.
Yeah, that will be really interesting.
This is day 4 of our road trip. And when you plan stuff like this, you think that you're like this incredible warrior that can handle anything, and I am.
On this road trip, I'm doing all right. I just got my first bit of sleep in the car and woke up and had drool all over myself. I'm tired.
It sounds like Posttown's a little chaotic. There is a lot that can happen, a lot that has happened. They get tons of claims of like EVPs and shadow figures and things that kind of go bump in the night. So I think judging by our experiences with Belvoir and Ashmore, where we've actually had things explode and get thrown, it's going to be extra important to keep our heads on our shoulders.
Posttown's a lot bigger than I thought it was. I'm really excited to explore the halls. It's got that creepy after-school feeling, which is really intriguing.
After looking everything up and seeing the kind of evidence that people get, it sounds like there's a lot of knocks, and it is an old building. So I think we're gonna have to be careful or cognizant of debunking things. Like, I think we're gonna have to do a little bit more of that here than we normally would.
The challenges of back-to-back investigations definitely include exhaustion. We have to be as sharp as we were on night 1. Almost to our destination, at which point we will meet with the owner, we'll meet with an eyewitness who does tours, and then we will be going lights out for our own experience at Posttown.
My name is Daryl Wisman. I'm the owner of the building. I went to school here in 1963. My wife, my brothers and sisters all went to school here. My kids went to school here. It shut down in 2000, some say 2001, and it's sat here for about 4.5, almost 5 years empty. It's considered 3 floors. It's got a basement, has the cafeteria and the gymnasium in it, and then the top floor is just all classrooms. Before I ever even knew there was paranormal stuff, I kept seeing a shadow upstairs. A little girl just kind of shoot through the wall. And I thought, man, I'm getting older. Is my eyes playing tricks on me? You know, I hear a lot of conversations in here between adults and children, and then you start thinking, what? There ain't nobody here. It's a big old building. It's 36,500 square feet. It's going to make noises. You're going to hear pops and cracks, and I always had a reason for everything. But then when you ask things to happen and things happen on command, and you watch other people experience things, you're just like, man, there's something to this, you know? And it's just a great place. To me, I describe it like you're in a school, so put yourself in that elementary school situation, and they're way more than happy to communicate with you.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for having us. I'm Ty.
Yeah, no problem. I'm back.
Carol. Upon arriving at Posttown, we met Beth, a frequent investigator, and she's going to give us a walkthrough of the whole place.
So I'm glad that you guys came out today.
We're so happy to be here.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. So the school is pretty easy to navigate once you get around. So there's 3 floors in total. We have a cafeteria and gym level on the bottom floor. The middle floor is more of the teacher's wing. And then upstairs on the 3rd floor is typically where most of the classrooms are.
So this place is more of a labyrinth than I expected. Poasttown School seems like it goes on for days. And if I was a student here, I would easily get lost in the hallways before getting to class.
So now in the gym, you do have a lot of activity in the gym. Sometimes it's kind of mischievous in here, but we do get a lot of activity on the stage.
Okay.
So if you guys have spirit boxes, if you're doing recordings for EVP sessions, things like that, they're very active on the stage. You'll get intelligent responses. We like to ask how many people are here right now, and they'll tell us how many people are on the stage.
Oh, great.
I have an idea to build a grid based completely on things like joy and love and really bring that out for the spirits here. I also think playing games and and really connecting with the children on their level is going to bring us a big advantage.
Fascinating. Is this like the intercom to call?
Yes. So the intercom doesn't work anymore. I always tell people if you want to try to get responses or reactions or anything like that, feel free. Yeah, flip switches.
It has the teachers' names on them.
I can't wait.
So it doesn't, since it doesn't work, play with it all you want, you know? You're just like me. I'm like,
I'll wait till later. I hope to get interaction from the spirits in the school. I would definitely pretend to be a teacher in an empty classroom if Ty was a student. Absolutely.
So yes.
I feel so comfortable in here.
I don't. What's the deal here? Why?
So
All these eyes, every single one of them.
There's a room full of dolls here. I briefly walked through it already and saw one with its eyes pulled out. So I think my thoughts on the doll room are pretty self-explanatory so far.
So Brenda, Daryl's wife, knew we knew there were children, so he's like, okay, you know, why don't we pick up some dolls from the thrift store? So it started as a very small little thing, and then over time has just grown because she got more dolls. Teams started bringing us dolls. Our friends were like, oh, you're at a school where there's dolls and it's creepy. Here you go. My mom's getting rid of her dolls.
Oh my gosh.
It's kind of grown into this.
They're from everywhere.
Yeah.
This is a really unique case. Unlike our last 2 investigations, we kind of have a client case here where it's really important to find out what's going on.
Now, this classroom, besides, you know, being at the end of the hall, it's also good reason why it's last. So, for whatever reason in this room, this is like, we get like locker noises, we get somebody pushing the call button sometimes, someone as like an authority figure. She doesn't like when you sit at the desk, and I'm assuming it's a she, it could be male, but it seems more like a woman. So she doesn't like it when you're kind of unruly, you know.
Posttown reminded me just of my elementary school. I even walked into a classroom and it smelled like crayons. I had a flashback.
Well, thank you so much for your time and your
no
experience.
problem, guys.
This is awesome.
No problem. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully they'll be nice and noisy for you.
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
And hi. We have crossed another 2 state lines on this leg of the Haunt Me road trip, landing tonight at the infamous Poasttown School.
We are so excited to be here because of all of the evidence that the people who have come through here have captured. From object manipulation to shadow figures to EVPs to actual audible voices, we think it's going to be a great night.
Initially, we're going to give it 5, but after the walkthrough, we're thinking it might be a little higher, so we'll see what the investigation brings.
So this is our last night, which
Yes.
is really exciting. Almost a relief, but I think this also could be our most active night, hopefully, which is really cool.
So I think the word for me tonight is grounding, because we're going to have the tendency to go where sleep is not going to let us. So when stuff happens, I want to find the origin of it.
Okay.
I want to help them debunk as many of the claims as possible tonight. And then things that we can't figure out, that will be our evidence.
I saw myself at Ashmore getting really carried away in the story of it all. Tonight, I am going to focus primarily on understanding the claims in a very logical sense.
We each have a favorite location from the walkthrough, and I think that our favorite spot that kind of like interested us the most should be our solitary.
Okay.
3 rotations of that, which will help us mix up the groups, see what combo works best, and then at the end of the night, let's meet before we figure out where we want to do like one last group session and what that should be.
Okay. Okay, I don't have a clue where to go.
All right, well, see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Good luck with all the dolls turning their
you.
heads.
What?
I did it again. The doll.
All right, hold on. Before we go, I'm making a rule.
Yes.
No more gasping aloud
Look
until
at it.
you actually... We'll move that one. Every time you gasp, I have a heart attack.
Oh.
Why is this place so much worse at
Why
night?
is it so much worse at night?
This got like very threatening.
Really scary.
Anna,
Yeah,
I hate it.
I know.
Because usually we talk about the fact that it feels like there's like 1,000 eyes watching us.
And now there is.
There are. Oh, I'm laughing because it's not funny.
Okay, so yeah, this one. This is the one I remember. Hello. My name is Carol, and I've come here to get taught. I need you to teach me something. All right, so I'm gonna have to do a baseline real quick. Out in the hall, there was quite a bit of K2, like up against one of the walls. Nothing, not even in the outlet. Nothing, nothing.
All right, so I am building this.
Cat balls behind you.
So I'm building this basically just to aid in communication, really sort of lift our thoughts. Oh, hello.
hello.
Are you curious what's going on?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a fun toy. Thank you for coming up. Let me move my bag. Okay, yeah, go crazy. Anna's playing with some of what Carol calls power stones. And that's a ball. You can keep playing with that too.
Oh, that's good fun.
Yeah.
That's good fun.
Welcome to the room.
Very exciting.
It's interesting because when you get that feeling of being surrounded, and you can't separate that from being surrounded by the dolls, it really takes away the fight or flight instinct that keeps you strong.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if it's worse that I can see them with the flashlight on, or worse, not being able to see them and knowing that they're there.
Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something in the hallway?
Come on in.
In the hallway, come join us.
I'm gonna check to see if that was Carol.
Go for it, because I can't find the tourmaline, so we're just gonna have to ground ourselves.
Also notice that I'm walking and that cat ball's not going off. So something was playing with that.
All right. So I have a lot of pretty things here.
No one's down there and it's scary dark.
Okay.
So I have this. I actually have a bunch. You're not gonna like this, because you're probably gonna get mad at me, but I brought it because I want my friends to use it. This is a little tool. Hey friends, this is a tool. We can all use it. Just do it when the teacher's not looking. And I'll put it right here. And if you want to play with it, like touch it, it goes up to red. All it does is change colors, but it's just fun. Also, don't tell the teacher I brought a whoopee cushion. When you meet my friend Ty, this is what he sounds like. Isn't that gross? Let's put it right here. I'm gonna play, shh. Let's play a trick on the teacher. Going to a school, so why not bring something for pranks? So there are stories about like a bad spirited teacher. So I figured if I played an unruly student that would get a reaction.
The closer you get until you grab right on, it gets even more red. So it goes from the green, and then yellowish, orange, and then orange and red. How many kids are going to be in this classroom? I'm now wondering.
Is that you? Lockers? Okay, so I heard something come from the lockers. Let's see. Yeah, of course. You would be locked, wouldn't you? So I had heard a locker noise happen behind me, and I wanted to debunk what it was. So did one open or shut on its own, or did someone do it? So I went looking for like mice. All right, all the lockers are open, all of them. How does that make you feel, Teach? I just opened all the lockers. intercom.
I thought so, right?
You not like that?
Do you want to come up to the table?
Can I shut this off?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Why don't you explain what you're doing
Yeah.
to him or her? And then we'll just sit here and see what they have to think about it for like maybe 30 seconds of silence. So go for it.
Okay. So what I have in front of me is a collection of gems and stones that have meaning to me. I can see why they think shadow play. There's a lot of cars going by.
Yeah, so the road is right there, and even with the screens pulled, it's still casting a light in here. And so the shadow just ran across the room over here at about person level. So for this room, I would consider that an easy debunk.
Yeah.
Now the blinds were kind of broken and split, and we found very quickly that when cars pass by at a certain angle and speed, it casts a shadow around the room through those broken blinds. So it almost looks like something is walking through the distance, growing and falling. And that can be really ominous if you're looking at it as it's definitely a ghost eye. But if you can pull yourself back down to earth just a little bit and look around your surroundings for legitimate reasons that that activity could be happening, I think that makes the actual paranormal stuff more important.
This doesn't feel very comfortable. Hello. I just came from next door with a fart toy. You probably heard me. We'll just stick it right here for my friend to sit on because it's funny. Did you hear that? Okay. Any type of movement, one of these jiggles. I don't even know what it is. Yeah. Even from halfway across the room, my footsteps were causing the lockers to jiggle. Chomp. The lockers are jiggling. I noticed it because, I wasn't taking heavy steps, but I noticed with one of my steps over here, halfway across the room, I noticed that I had kind of made a large movement and it jiggled the lockers. So I jumped and you can hear the lockers move. And that's when I realized the floor around the lockers is sensitive. Yeah, I'm still, yeah, just walking is making it happen. The first room I went into, that one that I wanted, I heard just a little bit of the locker thing, just a little bit. So I opened every single one. Every single locker is open, top and bottom.
Okay.
I was trying to do that and nothing was working, so I just sat down in the chair. The second I sat down in the chair, we thought we heard the intercom do its thing.
Oh.
Okay.
The second classroom, when I went in, as I walk over, each step I took, the lockers went.
So that's good to know.
Yes, it didn't do that in the other one though.
I love the approach of grounding, debunking, sticking on earth. So we went to the doll room first, which is infinitely more creepy in the dark.
Oh, I can only imagine, just shining the lights on the faces.
They did tell us during the walkthrough that there's like a ton of shadows in that room. Like the shadow entities walk across all the time. Even with those shades shut as hard as they can be, shadow. Every time a car goes by, it is a person-sized shadow.
Oh my God,
creeping across the far distance in that black wall.
Also, like some light anomalies. And by anomalies, I mean headlights going through, but they look like tiny little lights.
Sending across the ceiling. But again, on the paranormal side of it, we sat down and Anna started putting out her crystals and invited everyone to the table. And as soon as Anna started or whatever, the cat ball started going off.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It was cool.
After we had discussed what we'd experienced, it was Ty's turn to go into solitary. So we decided to send him to the gym while Carol came with me to the principal's office.
All right, Anna.
Oh, Carol. Where are we going?
I don't know.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Where are we?
Do we want to go down the scary hallway on the left?
Yeah.
I don't want to go down the scary hallway on the left.
I can't even remember the hot spots. Principal's room?
Is that down here?
Mm-hmm.
It's a scary hallway.
Is that it? No, it's not it. This one. I half expected to be on that carpet. So I forgot. I'm going to put this here so you can set up with some light.
Hello? What? The intercom hanging from the wall. The air is pretty still right here. I'm looking for some Posttown players. I've heard you guys have a lot to say in this room, especially up on the stage, so I'm coming to hear your performance.
There we go.
Hi there. We are in the principal's office. Carol here has decided to misbehave. I hope that if you too decide to misbehave, you'll take this as an example and not do so. Carol, what did you do? Tell them what you did.
I went through the teacher's desk upstairs and then I took a whoopee cushion in all the classrooms and farted.
Actions like that will not be tolerated in this school. Now I'd like for you to stand in front of me here and tell me you're not going to do that.
Me?
Them.
Okay. I was like, but I'm already in trouble.
So I'm gonna make some light in this room so I don't have to keep my flashlight on the whole time, because I'd rather just kind of sit and get to know you.
What was that?
A very loud noise that had to have been Ty.
Ouch. Thanks, dollar store. That thing literally blew up in my face. I was deafened in a haunted building and completely blind and bewildered for a hot second, but that's what I get for using dollar store balloons. We are getting so much good evidence playing music at the last two stops, I figured why the hell not, when you're standing on a stage, put on a performance. Let's dance. Come on in. I welcome you guys to the show that I'm putting on. I'm not hearing those knocks. With that glowing balloon, give it a toss, give it a pop. Baby.
I need to see if there's a window over here. I just had this. Yeah, there's no way. So I've been having this feeling that not even paranormal, that I would see like something block out this light, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Right here. And I did. But also, like, would a car, yeah, of course a car would make that going by, right? Hold on. I mean, that window's right there. Anything could do it.
Can I see the light? What if we did? Does that do anything?
Oh, absolutely. I can see it from here. Yes.
Okay.
Good call. So any shadow going in and out right here, at least, could totally be caused from that window.
So that was my performance of Shaboom by the Crew Cuts. I'd appreciate a round of applause or a thumbs down boo if you didn't like what you saw. Popping that balloon is a boo. Knocking on the walls, I'll take that as applause. Is that a knock? Nah, I don't believe it. It's gonna be a little bit louder. Here, let me record just in case I can't hear you that well. What did you think of my performance? Applause? Or boo? I can't hear you. That was me stepping. If you want a different song or another song or another performance, say so now into that recorder right there. Okay, let me listen back. Just give me one moment. What did you think of my performance? Applause? Or boo? I can't hear you. Let's keep stepping. That's what you call it. That would have been an applause to me if I hadn't said anything. If you want a different song or another song. What does that sound like?
So after I finished dancing, I listened to my audio recorder and heard an audible boo, which makes total sense. I decided to head back to find Carol and Anna and show them what I'd gotten so far, and let Anna know that she missed a performance of a lifetime.
It was like, I'm going to be embarrassed and regretful of this, but I put on a one-man show.
Yes, how was I not there for this?
Oh, you put on a one-man show every day, but I wish
Did you
saw
dance?
this one.
I did. So I danced my damn heart out to the Crew Cuts Shaboom and asked for applause or boos based on my performance, and I think I have.
Did you get something?
Maybe. I want to run it by you guys.
I love a solid maybe, and I love a solid audience.
There it is, 36. Put it right up to your ear.
He said that he heard the spirit boo him. You know, I'm not so sure about Ty's dancing skills, so I can't really blame the spirit.
Super faint. It could be, it's so faint it could be the wind.
Could be the
but there's
wind.
also no wind down there.
I guess I actually haven't introduced myself. My name is Anna. I came a long way to visit this place. I heard a lot of stories. What do you do here? Can you tell me who your favorite student is? Are you coming down the hallway to come sit with me? That sounded like a shuffle.
Came from right in front of us. Right in front?
Hi. Have you joined me here? You'll have to forgive me. It's hard for me to see. If you're here, can you tell me your name?
So we are outside of Poasttown School because through Anna's research, she found that it was the land of this place that was used as triage for the train accident, and the tracks are right there. So we wanted to spend some time outside tonight to see if the campus might have anyone on it as well that might not be associated with the building itself. There's some noise contamination out here, but honestly not any worse than
You know, and as I'm thinking about it, like way back in the day, we used to do this all the time, and we'd listen back thinking it was contaminated, and I remember catching a bunch of stuff that I was like, whoa, I know a car went by, but, you know, that sounds like a tree falling or something crazy.
I'm gonna leave this so I don't hear myself touching it right on the bag.
If you can speak toward this red light, that will be very helpful.
Did it not pick up that sound?
No, it didn't pick up anything.
I'll listen back real quick.
Basically just had unneeded quality time with each other on a swing because we didn't get anything.
To be sitting in an empty classroom with nothing happening was extraordinarily frustrating.
All night we had been debunking, and we think it was like too calculating and maybe having the opposite effect. So we decided to finish off the night, the second half, with Anna's metaphysical stuff.
The intention here is to help us speak to you tonight, in this space, in this time, right now.
We're reaching out.
I'm going to light this candle so it serves as a guide, so we can all gather together here at the heart of the school. We're hoping to speak with you, to hear your story, so we can then share that story. All right, I'm gonna light the candle. Join us.
Should we also do a Dustin? Hold
Sure.
hands, raise the...
Yeah, you just... So your right hand is your giving hand, your left hand is your receiving. So
In Reiki?
in everybody. No, but really, I'm serious.
Okay.
So I squeeze you.
Something down at the end of the hallway.
Yeah, real quick. Did you hear that? Could have been settling.
I'm gonna turn that back on then. Could have been settling, but we're asking people to come in.
Okay.
And if that is you coming in, thank you very much.
It usually works with more people, and you feel like the energy just kind of.
No, I liked that it was well, like I said, like a heartbeat. It was like, I think it's one of the first times feeling kind of in unison with the three of us.
And when you really concentrate and it's just like you start to eventually feel everybody's energy flowing kind of like a circle like that.
Was that a sneeze?
I thought it was a sneeze, but either way, it was loud.
That was okay, come on in. Sound like a man? Sir? Are you worried about the fire that we have right here? Okay, yeah.
I've never heard that.
No, it's when it's something nearby. Come on in. If you're worried about the fire that we have in the school, go ahead and blow it out. Car. Someone sneezed.
Bless you.
Bless you. Oh yeah, good call, Carol. If that was you, come on up. Feel free to blow this out.
Ask one more time if they're. Are you worried about the fire?
What if it was just a tip right over? What if we were to walk away and just leave it here while we went downstairs again?
Is that okay? If this stays here for a minute, if we do have to go downstairs?
So we'd been really focused on grounding ourselves all night, got very little, but that was okay because that was the plan, was to find things, earthly reasons why things would be going on. So at the very end of the night, we decided to flip the tactic on its head and let's go full metaphysical.
We decided to throw all caution to the wind and see if we could just rile up some activity. I created an altar that was really just meant about shooting our energy up into the air and see what we could grab.
Our meter started going off down the hall. It kind of seemed like the energy in the area changed, so that was kind of a cool thing to happen at the very end of the night.
If they get close, this will crackle.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna play hide and clap. So you have to come find us. We'll clap when we get to our spot. Once you find us, tap us on the shoulder. Okay? Are we all hiding together in this hallway?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, let's hide that way. There's more hiding spots that way. Okay, close your eyes. 1, 2, we'll count to 30. 3, 4.
Since we're in a school and theoretically there should be a ton of kids around here, we decided to pull another tactic back from Belvoir and play a game with them. So we busted out the hide and clap game that worked so well a couple nights beforehand.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All together. 1, 2, 3. Good job! Yay!
Nicely done.
We heard a clap so loud, it was really satisfying to finally get something that felt paranormal.
But again, it goes to show you that it's important to balance your methodology.
Thank you for helping us close out our adventure.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Posttown was a tough one. There were a lot of stories to explore and a lot of things to debunk. We had to change our tactics on a dime. It was fun to experiment and try to explain away some of the claims. And when it came down to it, we decided to rate our experience a bit lower than anticipated. We're rating Posttown a 2, when averaged with our pre-rate of a 5, comes out to a 3.5, a frith-ish level haunt. Our families are in a unique position. They are often the first ones we go to after a long investigation to tell them of all the adventures that we've had. So, for a unique Haunt Me season finale, we wanted to invite our families with us to gather some stories of their own after some much needed rest.